You're welcome back to the channel. The name remains Donald, not Trump. Wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year ahead. Now, what is actually trending on social media is Ebo Noah. Ebo Noah. Now, who is Ebo Noah? Ebo Noah happens to be a Ghanaian, all right? And some people believe that he's a content creator. Other people also believe that he's the one that God sent to sort of redeem the world from an apocalypse, right? A flood that was supposed to hit Earth. Gone are the days in the Bible when Noah was actually summoned to construct an ark to carry a lot of people to sort of prevent some disaster when God wanted to destroy the world with flood. Then Ebo Noah actually came in to say that he's also had a revelation that there's going to be a flood that's going to happen. Initially, we all felt like, okay, the flood is going to be in Ghana, but he said that it's going to be worldwide. And then he said that he's going to construct some 6 acts or something. But I mean, when you are doing the maths and everything, it wasn't really adding up. But then again, it got to a point, the way he was presenting the case and he went about publicizing the whole thing, it's sort of, he sold people on the idea that it was something that was actually going to happen. Some people were sort of in the space where that they almost believed him. But I remember I was going to get something outside, and then I met 2 guys, and they were having a very very charged argument about the fact that one person feels like it's true and it might happen, and another person. So I mean, anyway, fast forward, the flood didn't happen. Right. Yeah, sorry, man. If you expected a flood to happen, it didn't happen on the 25th because we are on the 26th of December and the flood didn't happen. And the funny thing is, now as I'm talking to you now, Ebo Noah is more or less like a hype man. He's like an influencer because first of all, we saw him on Made in Tardy, which happens to be a concert that Kofi Kinata, who happens to be a popular musician in Ghana here, normally host in Takrady, Western region, and he was around. He was seen with the cameras on him and all that. He's turned into a star, a celebrity of some sort. And fast forward to, I saw him. I don't know whether you saw him too, but I saw him sort of doing more or less like an influencer job for a certain restaurant or something like that. So I was like, hey, that was prior to the 25th. So I was like, okay, well, maybe he's more like a modernized sort of man of God that's, I mean, maybe even though God has called him to sort of perceive the prophecy that's ahead, he still has that side of him that want to actually partake in the things of the modern world, the Gen Z era. So maybe I see him now, I say, okay, I can't judge him. I mean, maybe he's a modern prophet, right? Okay, so finally the D-Day came, 25th of December, which happens to be the same day that Sarkodie's Rapperholic is hosted, right? And prior to the Rapperholic, prior to the 25th December, most Ghanaians, Charlie, we all like, hey, Rapperholic, yeah, we know that normally it's on the 25th December. And then Ebo Noah was also saying that, Charlie, that day now be the day that the ark, it go set off, where the flood go happen. So then a lot of people were even launching a lot of memes online. And so what will happen? Like, what if you are the Rapperholic and then Charlie in say a bar? Maybe I won't see in a then like Charlie, you make Yawa be there too. So this whole conversations were actually eventually gaining grounds until 25th of December came, and that was yesterday. And guess what happened? We saw our brother Ebo Noah on stage, actually being the man that actually is a hype man that introduced Sarkodie to the stage. He came to sort of introduce Sarkodie, and then Sarkodie actually took turn of events, and then it was like, I don't know, for the people that were in the Rapperholic, I think it will be a very nice experience for them. I mean, it will be a thrilling, unexpected experience for them because nobody expected that Ebo Noah would be at a Rapperholic concert and in the grand style that he was there. So if you are speaking about the people that actually pay to actually have fun and be entertained, to a certain extent, Ebo Noah's appearance at a Rapperholic also contributed to the level of entertainment and then overall rating of the show to a certain sense. To Yeah, to a large extent, he even stole the show with the whole. The headline was Ebo Noah was seen at Rapperholic concerts. So that was the headline basically tonight. This trip, Rapperholic, that was the main headline. So on the flip side, to most of the people in the world that were actually expecting Ebo to actually followed through with his prophecy were heavily disappointed, because prior to even the Rapperholics concert, Ebo Noah released a video and then he was saying that he has prayed and fasted and consulting several men of God. They fasted and then they've had some kind of bargain with the divine God that the flood should hold on for now. So now his prayers has been heard by the divine, so the flood won't happen as he predicted on the 25th, but he sort of said it in an indefinite way. Okay, so I don't know whether it's a plot to sort of bring it up later on when his level of fame is dying out. Maybe you come back again. I really don't know whether it's also a plot or whatever, but he said that the flood has been postponed, according to him, because of the prayers and fasting that they've done. And also we saw him cruising in a Benzo, and people were alleging that was a car that he has bought from the donations that people have made towards the ark. Okay, and I mean it's an allegation, it's not verified yet, so I wouldn't like to touch on it so much. But now the problem is this legal? Is this something that's causing fear and panic, or it's something that we would treat it like more or less like entertainment or some form of social media gimmicks? Because an MP actually has said that he feels they have to invite Ebo Noah to Parliament to sort of answer some questions in relation to his prophecy. Okay, the MP believes that Ebo Noah should actually be summoned to the Ghanaian Parliament to answer certain questions, and this is what he believes. But I feel we are in the festive season, so I mean, people will like sort of relax with regards to this. So maybe after the Christmas, then maybe the consequences of all these things, or whether there's some legal actions that the government or the authorities will take against Ebo Noah, then we actually will come to terms with that, or we will just treat it as a form of comic relief in a certain sense. But then again, too, it introduces something else. That is, it like an excessive need for attention, social media clout, because there's several videos that were actually posted that Ebo Noah used to be a content creator. And you see, when the truth is this journey of being a content creator, YouTuber, TikToker, and has become very, it's not easy to sort of break through the limelight, no matter how good your content is. Sometimes, unless maybe you have someone that's already in the limelight, that sort of it serves as a proxy for you to be seen by others. So there's a lot of people that are doing the content creation, investing so much time, energy, and resources into it. They are not really seeing the attention or getting the clout that they need. And sometimes people that are desired to reach some level of fame, no matter what, will find means, will plot means to sort of get the fame. Yes, regardless of what the consequences may be. So I feel in this particular case, Ebo Noah felt like maybe there's an opportunity for him to actually gain some kind of fame, because I've seen him doing a lot of content in the past, and some of the content he loses quite young. That means that he's been in the content creation journey for quite a while now. So I feel it's more like the demands of the trade with regards to content creation, and then he saw an opportunity and he capitalized on that. Some people feel he's just being business smart, or he's just being wise with regards to how he's going to break through the limelight. But what does the future hold for him? What kind of reputation, what kind of image is he building for him as a brand, Ebo Noah? Is it a brand that maybe big companies can affiliate to, which I think is quite questionable because of the way that he actually broke through the limelight. I mean, but you never know. Some people would like to relate with him. Some companies might like to work with him because of the newfound fame to sort of help them to influence their brand. So how risky is this if people sort of resort to some of these means that Ebo Noah used to sort of break through the limelight? What do you think? Is it fair? Is it legal? Is it part of the game? Should we just treat it as one of those things that is make or break, and then you have to find ways to sort of make sure that your craft is in a way developed in a certain sense, or you push your craft or you become successful no matter how what it takes? Okay, so what do you think about Ebo Noah's situation? Let me know your thoughts on this particular issue. I find it quite interesting, to be honest. It's a very interesting issue because we all happen to be in the same business, and I understand where he's coming from, because sometimes the stress you have to go through to sort of produce content, and you don't get the views and the comments and the likes and for a long time, and then if you are not careful and you don't build steadily, some of these things might pop into your head, and then if maybe your intrusive thought reads, you might end up doing some of these things, which is, I mean, I'm not gonna judge, bro. I'm not gonna judge. It's happened. So we will see what will come up. We will see the consequences of these, and hopefully Ebo Noah sort of capitalizes on this newfound fame to actually make himself, find something profitable, or develop his craft further with this new level of fame that he's been pushed into. Okay. So with that one said, we are still, I'm still on the internet. I'm still, my ears are still on the ground, scanning, scooping, and seeing whether there will be any news with regards to this, any new progress and updates with regards to Ebo Noah. And definitely I'll come here to update you, because that's my job, to keep you updated on what is happening. Charlie, with that one said, I'll end today's edition of Trends here. And the name remains Donald, not Trump. And I'm wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for being supportive. Thank you for your views, likes, comments. And if you've not subscribed, kindly, for the love of God, subscribe to this channel. And we have more content lined up for 2026. And I would like you to be part of it. Take care and enjoy the holidays with your family. See ya.